Now, the first step, and it's more of a requirement to become a Midnight block producer, and this might sound a little repetitive because I mentioned it in the beginning of this video series, but you have to begin operating a Cardano stake pool because Midnight block producers are primarily Cardano stake pool operators. And this video series guides SPOs in transitioning to Midnight block producers, and it's not a comprehensive quote-unquote Cardano stake pool tutorial. But if you want to set up a testnet SPO on the Cardano Preview testnet, then you can check the tutorial linked in the video description. However, if you are an existing SPO ready to register as a Midnight block producer candidate, you will have to have your SPO's signing keys handy, as well as a payment signing key with a valid UTXO to cover the registration fee. Now, the payment key doesn't have to be associated with the stake pool. It's just used to pay for the registration when we do that in a later step. However, there's many opinionated ways to copy files over, or however you're managing your keys might be to your preference. However, if you look on my screen here, I'm in my shell here, and this is the instance that I intend to do the registration on. And on the bottom shell here, I'm actually logged into one of my testnet SPOs where I have some keys on that I'm going to just make sure I have available to where I'm going to register. So if I'm in this instance, I have my keys in this priv directory. I have a bunch of testnet pools here. I'm going to be using this Reaver Fleet pool. And so I have my pool keys, and let's do ls pool Reaver Fleet. You'll see I have all my stake pool related keys. Now if I do ls wallet, let's do Reaver Fleet, you'll see I have a bunch of wallet keys, but in particular, some payment signing keys that I'll be using to pay for the registration key. So I'm going to need to make sure that these keys are available for me when I do choose to register. What I'm going to do personally is I like to use Wormhole, which is just a simple file transfer protocol. You can be installed using brew. So if you're on Mac, you could probably do brew install Wormhole. And if you're on Linux, I believe it's sudo apt install magic Wormhole. And depending on your package manager, it's either probably going to be magic Wormhole or just Wormhole. Okay, so I'm going to copy those keys over. We're just going to copy the whole priv directory and just be mindful that where those keys are. So I'm going to do Wormhole, send, priv. That's going to give me a receive code. Great. I'm going to copy that. Go to the instance I intend to register on. I'm going to just copy those Cardano keys over. Okay. I see that they're there. Let's just verify. All right. I have a bunch of keys here, but the one I'm looking for is Reaver Fleet. All right. All right. My pool signing keys are available. Excellent. And my payment signing keys are available as well. All right, awesome. So at this point, I've set up a Cardano stake pool and I have my keys accessible. Now, of course, everyone manages keys based on their own preferences, but this is how I have it for this tutorial. And I can move on to setting up my partner chain dependencies.